Let's start off with this quick spoiler warning. If you're an anime only, get the hell out of here. Now, with that being said, 3, 2, 1, I want to ask you guys, let's not bullshit around, let's not play games. This chapter was absolutely phenomenal, but I want to ask you guys, what happened with Eren? Very small detail. Bam! Do you think Eren ate Annie? Reason I asked that, chapter 102, being very brief about it, at the end of the day, Eren, to my knowledge, didn't have the ability to harden his neck. I think we've seen Annie be able to do it. We've seen Reiner has done it, the armored titan or whatever. So we've seen a couple of people be able to do it. Eren never exhibited that, ability. So two things also quickly, we've noticed Eren, and in this chapter is clear as day, he's very, very heartless about a lot of things, and the spectrum has been changed and so many things to talk about. But again, I want to ask, Annie, did Eren eat her? Is he I don't give a fuck motherfucker now, and he ate her and he has her powers, and now that's why he's able to kick ass? Although it would have been funny if he would have grown breasts from eating Annie. That would have been hilarious. That's the female titan, right? You know what I'm saying? So that would have been funny. But nevertheless, that's something I want to start off this video asking again, because of the whole, when the Warhammer titan, if I'm not mistaken, because there's quite a few titans going and throwing down right now and getting ready to fight. This chapter not only was an amazing chapter, but on top of that, it also set things up. So when you can do something incredible, have awesome action, build up, progress the story and everything, and then on top of that, build up for another chapter, really good shit there, and you know that. So definitely really hype chapter of Attack on Titan, and honestly, that's something that really I left away from this, including many other things. But Annie, because we haven't heard shit about Annie, and it's been so many years, there's so many things that could have happened. Again, Eren's changed, and if he did eat Annie, it would have probably have to have been very soon, or fairly soon after the end of, right before the time skip began or whatever. It could have been in between that 1 year time skip we had. It could have been in the, we have 3 or 4 more years after that, somewhere in there. But I want to say sooner rather than later, because again, Eren had to, break into their place, so to speak. He had to sneak over there and pretend to be one of the citizens or whatever. So he's been there for a while. Mikasa was able to recognize him, so maybe he's had this look for a while. So it maybe hasn't have been that long, but he has been there long enough that Mikasa was like, come home, I believe, in the last chapter. So he's been there for quite some time. So it makes me wonder exactly if he did eat Annie. When did he do it? When did he sneak into this place? And holy shit, this chapter starts off like an episode of MASH, the TV show, the war show, because it's just like army shit, motherfuckers is going back and forth, talking strategy, all sorts of things. It's like, damn, let me put on some MASH, so I have some really interesting stuff going on. I got MASH on my screen, and like, what? Honestly, Attack on Titan, you could definitely see that Isayama definitely went in a different direction that probably he's more so interested in than what he started with. We didn't have any of this army shit. Granted, it definitely got to this point with the story, because when we started, we had no answers. We knew nothing. We knew we're surrounded by monsters that'll kill us if we step outside these walls. We're safe by these walls so far. That's about it. You get to this point now, you find out that there's a whole other civilization of people that aren't dealing with this problem. Many different things. And in the beginning of the chapter, you see that Eren and his people are really fucking destroying shit. Honestly, I've said this multiple times, but this chapter almost felt like it was damn near telling us this is exactly what happened to Eren, Mikasa, and them when they were younger. Gabby, right now, is looking like a combination of Mikasa and Eren, but more so, she is a new age Eren. I quickly want to dive into this and then jump right out. I hope this isn't the case, because if you notice, with a lot of series now, they're always making it the successor, so to speak, or the person that goes through the same situations, similar to like Star Wars or something with the later movies, The Force Awakens and shit like that. It was like to make it that the new protagonist is a female, and it's like, okay, I'm cool with that or whatever. Gabby is okay, but she's not that interesting to be the new Eren, in my opinion, thus far. But it definitely showcased with this chapter, he is straight up building it into the way that she is, because she's witnessing all of the people that she care about being killed. She's, by the end of this chapter, talking about she want to kill Eren Yeager, and she's going crazy and shit like that. She is definitely turning slowly into potentially what Eren was. She is the new Eren. Now, there's a possibility, because there's people like Eren that has seen it. There's people like Reiner that she trusts that has also seen it and can possibly be the person to stop her from going down that path of like Eren. He was mad for a long time. He was very angry, rightfully so, but now where he's at, he's kind of matured. He's gone past it. You remember when he even told Reiner, like, I'm not holding those words again, you know what I'm saying, as far as like that I'm gonna kill you and all that shit. Forget I ever said that shit. Definitely gonna be interesting to see where Gabby's character goes again. I'm not that invested in Gabby, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not that invested in the new cast that for the past like half a year Isayama has been writing about, because I grew with Mikasa, I grew with Eren, I grew with Armin, which, where's Armin? I guarantee you Armin is hiding around there, and possibly next chapter, the chapter after that, he's gonna pop out of nowhere out of some colossal titan shit, because we know Armin, and if he was invisible, and so far what we've seen, he's planning a massive strategy to take everyone out and win this shit. So we know Armin is in the wings, especially all these years to grow and truly become the new Erwin. He's definitely planning something, and it's gonna be very, very massive and ugly because we know the Colossal Titan is really big and can squash motherfuckers. So it's gonna be interesting. Now, I want to jump back quickly into Eren's character and how much he's changed, what I was talking about earlier. We find out in this chapter a lot of people have died. Mikasa's telling Eren, bro, there's innocent children, there's innocent women that have died because of what you've done. This shit is unforgivable. And it was at that moment that I really solidified, yeah, like, they are not necessarily hypocrites, but they're doing exactly what happened to them. It's almost a situation in the real world of, you know how they say the abused becomes the abuser and shit like that? That's kind of what it feels like in a way, although Eren is trying to get to the bottom of this. Eren's trying to stop this war. He's trying to keep people from killing each other in a certain way. He wants to save shit. So it's gonna be interesting to see where it goes. But then at the same time, if I'm not mistaken, because in this chapter, it was mentioned in particular, which is one of the things that really got Gabby crazy, on top of seeing one of those people that were leading her and helping her out die in front of her eyes, was Udo and Zofia were killed. I kind of vaguely remember the name Zofia. I'm not sure. I think Udo, if I'm not mistaken, was that kid that was delivering the letters for Eren. I think that is so fucked up. If he was helping this little innocent kid, helping Eren, he tricked him into doing it, and then he gets killed because of either Eren killed him, like he died during the action, or the army killed him for help. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's definitely pushing forth Gabby to be even more mad. Like, you know, when somebody goes down a dark path, maybe they're a good person, like, I don't know, Obito from Naruto, or whatever the case may be. You're a good person that goes bad, you know, the Darth Vader route, so to speak. You gotta see them at their innocence. You gotta see the turning point and all the horrible and fucked up shit that leads them that way. And we've witnessed all of it in this chapter that's gonna push forth Gabby to possibly be a threat. I do potentially see Gabby getting the powers of the, what is it? She's supposed to inherit Reiner's powers. I could potentially see it happening, or I could potentially see that this could be a completion to Reiner's character with his one last request to stop this girl from taking this and becoming what, you know, this curse that he has, that you gotta die really, really soon. What was it, 12 years or something like that? Eren don't even got that much time on the clock himself because he took the power so long ago. So it's gonna be interesting to see in regards to where Gabby leads as far as that goes, because it could either be of a, she's going to definitely get those powers because she's so important, or Reiner will have completed something and feel like he's worth something, that he stopped the little girl from going through the same shit that he had to go through. And you see that these people, like, you know, our people have become ruthless. They're more ruthless than ever. Like, if I'm not mistaken, Sasha, Potato Girl, the funny one, you know what I'm saying? Sasha sniped someone down right in front of Gabby. If I'm not mistaken, the officer that was helping her or whatever and trying to guide her and telling her to get out of here, he gets fucking blasted. And if I'm not mistaken, that's why Sasha, the bow and arrow chick, the I'm gonna laugh and eat potatoes, she farted. What? A lot of training and a lot of dedication and a lot of seriousness have went into these characters. Now, you gotta think for a second. You look at somebody like Levi or Erwin, Pixies is a drunk, whatever, but you always notice the older characters in the Attack on Titan world are very quiet and very serious for the most part, right? They might say things, but for the most part, they're very quiet. And even when they joke, it's like some adult humor, so to speak, right? And you look at the characters like Eren, Mikasa, Armin, and all of them, and they're really fucking innocent kids and shit like that, right? They're kind of like joking and they have personality. Now, obviously, that's one of the traits of manga in general, why we love it. But on top of that, that's because if you look at it in terms of writing, they haven't been drilled enough to be like a Levi. Now they have. Now, Sasha killing right in front of a little kid, killing innocent people. On top of that, you got, well, that guy wasn't innocent that she killed, in a sense. In her mind, is like, you know, he's part of the war. I gotta kill him, you know what I'm saying? So, in that sense, no. But, you know what I'm saying? They've done some horrible things already. They're destroying shit. We see John in this chapter as well, which, let's talk about the designs real quick. I don't know if I'm alone in this. It looks like, to me, the new Scouts uniform that they have looks straight up like the Gantz uniform. If anybody's ever seen Gantz, I've never even really checked out Gantz that much or whatever, but I know what their attire looks like, and that's straight up what the Attack on Titan Scouts new uniforms is looking like. It looks like Gantz, straight up. Maybe the colors will be different, and in anime it totally will look nothing like the Gantz characters, but that's definitely the vibe I got with the character designs. Mikasa, of course, looking gorgeous. John, cool or whatever. He seems as though he's kind of a little bit more serious natured than he used to be. I mean, he always tried to be serious, but then he was a dick about it. He just seems straight up like he's grown a little bit more too throughout all of this. It wasn't just Eren and, you know, Mikasa and Armin. John grew. I mean, we even freaking see a more serious Connie. You know when you see it, like, come on, Sasha and Connie, like, and then of course they all want to take down the Warhammer Titan that has been giving a serious beating to Eren, although they thought for a while that he was taken down, obviously, or she was taken down for that matter. It was interesting to see, and it kind of makes me wonder, and again, I gotta go back to Annie, and a lot of things in this chapter definitely make me think Annie is already dead and Eren ate her, because he finds the location of the Warhammer Titan, her true form, she's crystallized, and then she busts out of it again and starts attacking him and fucking really kicking his ass and shit. I'm thinking, wait, hold on a second. She's in the crystallized form similar to what Annie did. Annie didn't continue attacking against him. She could. Is it because of her Warhammer powers that not only can she crystallize, but then she could burst out of it again, and Annie can't? Kind of interesting about the Warhammer Titan. I would love to make a video talking about the Warhammer Titan, just because it's really fucking interesting, her powers. It's kind of like confusing, and I kind of want to get to the bottom of it in a way to understand it clearly and completely, but it definitely, again, went back to Annie. Likewise with the neck bite, Annie. I think Annie's dead. I truly believe it, and I hate to say it because I wanted more with her, and I feel as though we're gypped in a way just because, well, we're not gypped in a way because I'm sure we'll get a flashback. As of right now, it feels like we're gypped in a way if we found out that Annie was eaten, because we've waited so long to see, are they going to eventually get her out of there? Are they going to interrogate her? What are they going to do? If Eren just ate her, not only one, again, it shows they've all become real heartless. Two, we didn't really get to see, you know, all the screen time, so we better get at least a flashback. If not, then definitely, like, if it's just, oh, I ate Annie and we don't see what happened, what led him to becoming this way. No. Just a quick thing I want to ask you guys, right? Because Attack on Titan makes mad money. They always want to make mad money. Do you think there's a possibility the reason why we got these, what, 2 time skips? We got a 1-year time skip and then like a 4 or 5 year time skip, is because possibly there's going to be a sequel of some sorts and they're going to fill in the gaps between the times of them training. I don't think that that'd be interesting because of Attack on Titan's plot. It's not like they're going on different missions like a Naruto or a One Piece or a Bleach or something like that. It's essentially one straightforward, them trying to beat one particular threat. So I don't know how that would work, but again, that's just something that popped into my head, why we had so many time skips randomly and we didn't even really see the designs of the first time skip. And then we see in this chapter the Jaw Titan returning. I thought it was fucking hilarious how scared he was, to say the least, of Levi. He saw Levi and he was up out of there, bro. And this chapter, of course, led up to, for next chapter, which is going to be hype as hell, just all-out onslaught of fighting. You got, once again, Eren continuing on his fight against the Warhammer Titan. Then you got Levi and that crew versus, you know, the Jaw Titan, the Ape Titan. They got a lot of people. They got, what, the Cart Titan? They got quite a few Titans, which it was funny to see a Cart Titan. Everybody, like, it's just an all-out war. This is Attack on Titan meets MASH, which this whole arc has kind of set up like that when we've seen all the wars. And one thing that I'll say that it set forth into, like, the entirety of everything that's been set forth for this everything that's been set up within this arc is that definitely the army really doesn't care. They just want the Titans gone. You know, the Navy, the normal people, they're like, our weapons are better. We don't need Titans. Get rid of them. So I found that to be a little bit interesting in this chapter, that they continuing on that theme. It's going to be interesting that no matter what side wins, there's a possibility, like, if that side won, for example, they're just going to get rid of the Titans and call it a day. So curious where all this is going to lead to. Honestly, this chapter, amazing. Amazing with this chapter. It was definitely a great chapter. I want to say within the 9 to 9.5, probably 9.5 for this chapter. Honestly, amazing. It leaves me with a lot of questions as to how did people like Sasha and Connie become so heartless. I'm curious about Annie. Is she dead? So it set up a lot of questions and was a lot of setup towards the end, but it was still a phenomenal chapter. Absolutely loved it. A lot of people are buzzing about it. Kind of curious what you guys think about it though. For starters, Annie, dead, alive, what the fuck happened to the bitch? Like, I'm still wondering, like, yo, did he eat her? Also, your thoughts on Einer's character. Do you think Gabby's gonna eventually get his powers, or he's gonna be able to stop that from happening? And just all the insanity right now. Which side is gonna fucking take it? I don't even know anymore, because Attack on Titan is something that it could end where the bad guys win. Sometimes it feels like it could go that route. So gonna be interesting to see your real thoughts. But that is all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life, boy. Bow. Have an awesome day.